Your time has come at last, dear reader. While we began this tale long ago, we hope it is yours to finish. But this story is not yours alone. No, it is tied to another.
Quill is such an endearing character. The way she shakes off water when she gets wet, or when she bows to thank you for healing her. She's instantly likable. Moss has a great world and lore, and exploring it alongside Quill is just a joy. The story for Moss starts as Quill discovers a magic relic called a glass. The relic had been used years ago by a heroic sprite to seal away an evil serpent and its army. Finding the glass initiates a bond between Quill and you, the reader, and you help Quill on her journey to rescue her missing uncle. Along the way, you and Quill will solve puzzles, battle evil creatures, and interact with others in the world. The story is very good, but made even better by the narration of the adventure and the way the story unfolds through cutscenes that has you turning pages in a book. You feel like you're watching and participating in a beautiful fairy tale. Unlike every other VR game I've played so far, Moss has you play in the third person and the first person. You stand over the environment controlling Quill as she leaps and climbs to get to the area's exit, and it plays pretty much like a third-person 3D platformer. But you also help Quill as the reader by manipulating objects and enemies in the environment, so that Quill can overcome obstacles. This blend of third and first-person gameplay works really well. It's like you're a giant spirit overseeing what Quill is doing and helping her when needed. The game has great implementation of 6 degrees of freedom. In each area that Quill has to get through, there are hidden parts with collectible scrolls to find, and by walking or moving around you can spot them so that Quill can grab it. It was pretty amazing to be almost moving through these environments like you're looking at a scene built with toys and action figures, and seeing it from different angles. The platforming in the game was solid. It reminded me of Uncharted, in that the ledges for climbing are marked with a white highlight. In general, figuring out how to get from the entrance to the end of each scene is not that difficult, and the game has lots of indicators so you know what objects you can and can't manipulate. The combat is fine. It's a bit basic, mostly you'll be waiting for a key moment to dodge and then counterattack. When facing multiple enemies at once it can be tricky, but the game generally isn't that tough. The graphics are gorgeous, and the environments are detailed and varied. The developers have done an amazing job here at building this world, and you can see with ancient statues and objects in the world that this is a world with many stories, and you are just a part of it. The game is full of reminders that Quill is just a tiny mouse, like having rusted human armor lying around, or deers drinking water in the background. The sound effects, music and narration are also superb, and add to the feeling of being in a fairy tale. One downside though with the presentation is that going too close to objects in the environment, you can see the edges of items slightly pixelated. It doesn't ruin the experience by any means, but it is noticeable. Moss is an unforgettable experience that changes what I thought VR games could and should be. It plays perfectly on the Oculus Quest, and having no wires gave me greater freedom to walk around and really appreciate the environments. I really hope we get a sequel, as I'd love to see more from Polyarch, and would love to have more tales set in this gorgeous world. So guys, are you planning to pick up Moss? And if you played it already, what did you think? Leave a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching.